Hi Huffington Posters, Sadie Nardini here at home in Brooklyn. Today I want to talk to you a little bit more in depth about my 4 steps to break through our dirty little secrets, our inner addicts, the ways that we push away love and intimacy as well as pain and discomfort in our lives. We've all had pain in our lives, we've all had suffering, I know I have. So I want to show you 4 steps that have worked really well for thousands of my clients and definitely for me as well. 1, out your addict. That means that you're going to take this triggering situation and instead of doing what you might normally do, which is instantly reach out for something that feels safe or known but might not be that healthy for you in the end. And you're going to take that knowledge and you're going to say it out loud. You're going to out yourself. Say, what I really feel like doing now is blank, and I'm pretty sure your inner addict will be able to fill that in just fine. So for me it might be, I feel like I want to stalk you and follow you to your house and make sure that you're not with anyone else and you just really needed some space because my inner addict gets abandoned very easily and wants to rush out there after people. But that is never one time proven to be a very good coping mechanism. So first, out yourself. Tell it to the world, even if you're alone. Just say, gosh, I really want to run away right now. I really want a cigarette right now. I really want, 3 shots of blank right now. You'll know. Once you've done that, you can turn the light, that spotlight on the inner addict, and it will definitely shrink back inside a little bit. You'll see, you'll gain some power there. So once you've done that, don't do anything next. You don't want to take an action straight from a triggering situation. Otherwise, that's experience you just had straight out into action, which you haven't really thought about or processed. And so that becomes what we call a reaction. So boom, boom, you're just going to dump it out there into the world, and that can create a physical and emotional mess for you and everyone involved. So the practice is to contain yourself, step 2. This is going to help you get stronger and stronger. The more that you know, you can sit with an uncomfortable situation until it builds up. It's going to get as big as your skin and you'll almost feel like you can't deal with it anymore and you have to just move and act. And if you have to do something, scream into a pillow, right? Don't do anything to anyone else. Don't do anything with anyone else. Don't go to the bar. Don't walk, don't just sit, okay? Find yourself some space. So once you do that, you can just sit and contain. You begin to breathe. While you're containing, you're going to be roiling around some intense emotions inside of you. So you inhale deeply. You can even put your hands here on the rib cage. Inhale through the nose, expanding in all directions. Exhale through the nose. Press all of that air out with the navel and continue inhaling and exhaling. So this is the yoga breath. This breath has been shown to calm your brain waves and central nervous system down in 30 seconds. So if you want a very specific, effective action to take, don't go running to the phone to drunk dial your ex. Sit down, contain yourself, and breathe. Breathe until you can begin to see what might be a wiser course of action than that first reaction that your addict really, really wants to do. The mantra for that one, this too shall pass, because no matter how bad it feels, and I mean no matter how bad, it is going to move into something else. It's going to morph and change. You just have to get through the worst of the storm, and it doesn't take too long. Just keep breathing. 3, know your options. So before any of this happens, like now when you're in a good mindset to do it and you're pretty clear, I want you to make 2 lists. 1 is what your addict would love to do. Make yourself an addict menu, right? Like 3 American Spirit cigarettes and a shot of Jack Daniels. Walking away and not talking to this person ever again. Or telling my boss how much crap I think he's giving us every day and just what a load of BS it always is. Probably not the most constructive action. So, make an alternate list, right? What you, as a calm, centered, wise, capable, and very, very strong person would do. So you'll have 2 menus to choose from. And after you've breathed and contained yourself, you can sit down with those two menus and go, okay, should I do that? Probably not. What about these options? Okay, the thing that you could do here is to fake it until you make it. And I say that not to make you a faker. You don't want to be inauthentic. It's just sometimes to break a habit, you have to make yourself do something differently that you might not feel like doing in the moment. But once you do that, authentic empowerment, authentic, amazing awesomeness pours into you, and you go, I did have a choice after all. Because if you think your inner addict is something that you just can't control, your temper, your inability to be intimate, whatever it is with you, if there was a cop standing right there waiting to arrest you if you were going to act that way and you'd be in jail for a year, most of us would not take that action. So it is possible to say no to your inner addict. More than possible. It's possible to say yes to yourself. So after that, the fourth and final choice, repetition is magic. So once you know how to act and you've got your choices and you're doing that, I want you to keep doing that. You might backslide sometimes. Don't beat yourself up. No perfection required for this. You're human. We're all human. So sometimes we regress. But once again, you can bring yourself back into that healthy action and you can start creating new habits that actually begin to feel more normal than the inner addict's reaction. And you'll get a little addicted to the powerful feeling that you have in yourself, that self-strength, that empowerment. And that's a really good thing to be addicted to. So if we have to choose our addiction, I'd say choose that thing that lights you up. Take that action into the world in a way that's great for you, that lights you up instead of dims you down. And in that way, you brought that experience into reflection, into wiser action that really works for you. So together we can bust this inner addict, move forward more free, more happy, more in control of our lives in a real way by reaching in instead of reaching out. Let's move on to the yoga portion of this 4-step process.